Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Moral Ambiguity Beyond the Sea, episode 4?
Yeah, 4.
I want to say 4?
Yeah, something like that.
As quick recap, last episode, stuff happened, and now this episode, more stuff will happen.
And now this episode is happening.
A little addendum, a little something I decided to do. We're normally gonna be doing this at the end of the episode, but since I didn't do it last episode because I hadn't thought of it since then, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do these little post mission briefings. I kind of got the idea from like this fan fiction I read where it was based on a video game series, and at the end of each chapter, to kind of help emulate the idea of leveling up, they'd kind of list out like a character's like stats or equipment or things that they changed, right? And I'm like, I really like that idea.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I realized I wanted to do something similar like that to kind of help give an idea of what you guys need to be doing. So,
yeah, that would help.
Matt Benson,
That's me.
last session, you found 0 secret items, and you didn't have any encounters.
I did see a bunch of weird shit, though.
You managed to persevere despite weird things happening, and got really lucky. Therefore, you got 1 Lady Luck token. Put that in your inventory.
Okay.
For everyone else, you might want to write this down. Lady Luck tokens. You're going to be getting these are tokens. These items you get are tokens. You can use them once, then they're gone. Lady Luck lets you, for 1 instance, 1 moment, one dice roll, make your luck 100.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
D, you found 0 secret items. You did not get lucky.
I don't know. I think opening
You
that
did
box and
have an
finding still
encounter.
good. Yep.
And you managed to get out of it. Therefore, you got 1 perseverance token.
Okay.
Perseverance tokens let you 1 time not take any damage.
How the fuck do you
see.
spell perseverance again?
Perseverance.
SEVE.
I'm googling it. Leave me alone.
I wrote it as perseverance.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing too.
I wrote down persona token. I can summon Arsene.
Yeah.
Just double checking. You said the Lady Luck token is single use, auto 100 on luck.
Your luck just you push your luck to 100. So for whatever reason you want to use luck, you can make your luck a 100. For whatever reason. If it's just 1 instance. You want to use a luck roll, put your luck to 100. You want to maybe get out of some sanity happening and just make your luck instantly 100 and use all 100 of those points? Fine. It is basically, for 1 moment, you have a separate luck bar that is 100. And then once you use it, that luck bar goes away and you go back to your normal luck.
All right, and then the perseverance token was single use.
Single use, just don't take damage. And this is the one that's stretching, but I have these 3 items, and I want to make sure we get them all out there. So, Jace, Thatcher didn't have any encounters. Okay, that's a 0. Didn't really get lucky. And you didn't find any secret items.
Well,
but I need to get this last one out there. So you have you have an investigator token, which will make it a single-use item.
Good fuck.
And it'll make it easier to find a secret item in your area, if a secret item can be found. I'm not going to have you use it and there's no secret item and then you just waste it. So, if there's a secret item in your area and you use an investigator token, you will have pressed L3 on the controls and the light of God will have shone down in the direction you needed to go. That's not exactly how it's going to get, but that's how the idea is.
Right, I get you.
An investigation spot will show up on your waypoint marker. So those are the 3 items. At the end of each thing, we'll kind of go down. I made sure everyone got one so that you know what the 3 are. And hopefully those will kind of help you guys figure some things out. Because I don't think any of you have found any secret items at all.
Hey. Hey, we're working hard here.
We're trying our best.
I know, but I also don't think you guys know that there were secret items.
Yeah, we also didn't know that.
Right.
So maybe you can keep that in mind now. Fear is a natural part of life. It is hardwired into every living being's neurological sensors, from dopamine receptors activating to help condition fear, to norepinephrine being blocked to keep a memory of fear. It's all biology. In 1952, the Diagnosis and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM as it was known, was first published from a collection of... Okay, damn it, he's on to me. I have to make this short. I need you all to understand. Fear is temporary. It's just an emotion, a collection of chemicals keeping your body ready to move so you can stay alive. So I need you guys to not let it dictate your path. Keep moving forward. And all three of you, Benson, Abigail, and Benjamin, all feel like a wave of calmness come over you. Abigail, you are not good, but you are up. Okay. Benjamin, you're a bit more active, and Benson, you are like, you're able to shake off a lot of your worries that you had from your last encounter. And we go to Benjamin first, who has just entered. Let me see. I gotta go to the maps. Let's see.
Yeah, where did I just enter?
The rec room.
I believe it was the rec room. Yeah, you were in the rec room.
I'm trying to remember since it's been a while, what I went back there for.
Well, luckily we have a little thing here.
Yeah, good thing for that.
I believe you went there to find someone. You find somebody, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was going to find... Oh, crap. Was I looking... I think I was going to find Benson.
Gibbs, I think.
Yeah.
Gibbs, I believe, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Again, sorry, people. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
Life
minute.
happens.
It's sectioned into, like, 3... sections, kind of. It's like a big, huge room. Like it's the size of, like, you ever been to like a YMCA?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that huge building, but it's the kind of that big, and it's sectioned off into kind of like 3 areas. Well, one area is very much the sleeping area, which is a bit more cordoned off and has like is its own little like mini section with like a sort of like full curtains, almost like tatami mats separating like a
to give you some privacy while you sleep, basically.
Yeah, and also it helps keep the, and that has its own section of like lights, and those are off. And then there's like another section that's kind of roughly the same size, that has like more collection of like that's where you can see like books and the rows of like film reels and stuff. And then there's like the last third section, which is more of like a community center. Lots of tables, lots of chairs, lots of like pool tables, stuff like that.
So basically sleeping quarters, recreation area, cafeteria.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, I do remember you saying something about the lights flickering.
Yeah. Sleeping area is completely dark. The lights are on in the big room you're in. I'm gonna call them sleep, rec, community. So sleep is the sleeping, rec has the TV, community is the bigger area.
Gotcha.
Sleep's dark. Community is lit. Rec is dark, but there's like flickering lights over there.
Is the TV on?
Yes.
What's on it? That might not be a great question to ask.
It's hard to tell. It's an old black and white TV. I mean, old even by your guys, even by 80 standards. Big boob tube. It looks like static, but it's hard to tell. You can say it's one of those. It's one of those where it's like there's something playing on it, but it's kind of the TV's kind of, so it's like from this distance. Because like I said, it's like a Y, so you're far away. You can tell it's on, but it's hard to see if it's hard to tell if the static is actually an image or like just static.
Gotcha. Whether it's like actually playing or if it's just on.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. I don't have any source of light, do I? Like flashlight or anything? No, I don't.
Like I said, the light's on in the main community, flickering over by the television, and it's off in the thing.
I guess because I feel like this might be the best place to have it outside of like the mechanics area. Are there any kind of flashlights around here? Because I feel like that might be a good thing to have right now.
There will be some there's like every big area of the ship has like a sort of like a little small section attached to walls near doors that have like stuff in them, from like
a little emergency kit?
stuff. Yeah, wrenches,
Gotcha.
band-aids, stuff like that. So if you want, you could look next to the door to see if there's a flashlight in there.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that because I'm feel like I'm gonna need that over in the sleeping area.
So you're heading towards, specifically if you look at the rec room map, you're heading towards the southern exit is where that is. It would be in the southern and northern exit, but the northern exit is past the rec room part. So you're heading to the southern exit.
Yeah, I'm assuming I came in from the southern.
Yeah.
Side.
You open it up. There's definitely a what looks like a flashlight. There's a bunch of other stuff in there too. Are you let's see. Some wrenches between like a smaller wrench. There's also like a real bigger one. You see a couple of rolls of duct tape. It looks like someone has been through this because it's missing a lot of stuff. But there's like 2 wrenches, some rolls of duct tape, a box, band-aids, 2 what look like flashlights, and 1 big square box.
Is the box open or closed?
You look at the box and you realize, hey, it's one of those 1,000-watt lumen flashlights that you used way back when you were in the water.
Okay.
It's also heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
There is also, like I said, normal flashlights too, but
yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep a mental note of that. I have a feeling that might come in handy later. You said 1,000-watt?
Yeah. Lumen. Like
1,000 lumen, rather.
1,000 lumen. I can't remember which is more.
Yeah, I get you. It's the super powerful stand one.
Yeah.
All right. I'll grab one of the regular flashlights, test it, make sure it works.
It does. Let me finish writing down some things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you click it a few times, turns on, off. Bit brighter than you used to. This would be safely labeled as an industrial flashlight.
Gotcha.
You click it on, off a couple times. Cool. And I'd say as soon as you close the door to the things, all the lights go off.
Oh, joy.
Except the flickering lights to the rec area.
Okay, yeah, I'm immediately turning that flashlight back on, putting my back against the door to the little cubby hole, and just kind of doing a scan across the room.
It's real fucking quiet.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And as you walk back, put your back against the door. How long are you walking back before you realize that you're not hitting the door?
Son of a bitch. Probably about 4 or 5 steps, because that would have only been like 1 or 2 from it.
Yeah, you don't hit the door.
Okay, I'm not turning around. I guess you said the rec area is still flickering.
Yep.
Guess I head towards that.
Yeah, you get about halfway when 1 set of lights comes on to your right. Just 1 light shining down.
A single light. Okay, what's it spotlighting?
Nothing.
Oh, I don't.
It's just literally right next to you. You're not in the light.
I don't like that. Oh yeah, anxiety is starting to ratchet up. Do I keep heading towards that or do I detour?
I don't know, man.
I'll keep heading towards the rec area.
Okay, as you do, you get like a couple feet away from the light that turned on, and it turns off. As you continue walking towards the rec area, taking steps, it's always going to be spot hidden. It's like the only one, right? Like it's the only thing. You guys don't have like they really need to like think like something closer to perception.
I think this is a pretty old game. I don't think there's an
Yeah,
updated version
it's just
of it.
I don't think it needs perception, just something along the lines of like that. You're noticing something because it's hard
Like
to be like
perception versus investigation versus like insight.
What
Yeah.
difficulty?
I'm trying to see if I even want to use spot hidden.
Okay.
And there's one. Give me a listen. Normal.
Listen, normal. I succeed.
Cool. As you're walking, you hear very much the sound of like a drip, drip, something of like condensation dripping onto the floor around you. You notice that sound.
Like all around me?
Yeah. Like, it's like with each step you take, it's like you're walking deeper into a cave, you know? You have the flashlight in front of you, but it's very dark, and you hear like the drips of the condensation dropping down, and you kind of start hearing what sounds like your water. You're treading water a bit, like you're hitting small puddles every now and then.
I point the flashlight at the floor directly in front of me.
Dry as a bone.
Yeah, that's don't like that. Oh shit.
And as you're walking, another spotlight comes down next to you. Once again, not on you, just right next to where you're walking. Are you gonna continue walking to where you see it, or head into the spotlight?
Oh yeah, that's the choice there, ain't it? Fuck it, no guts, no glory. I step into the spotlight.
As soon as you do, a line of spotlights from the one you're at opens up towards the beds, like a straight line of lights from where you are, almost like they're leading you
You cut out a little bit there at the beginning. It's pointing towards where?
towards the beds.
Oh,
Let's throw a normal sanity check, please.
Yeah, Joy. That's a fail.
It's a fail.
Over's a fail, correct?
Over, yeah. You need to make it under.
Yeah, that's a fail.
It's not much. I'd say it's only 2 points, but you're feeling a little nervous.
All right. So if I'm at 50 sanity, that means I'm now down to 48, correct?
Yes.
All right, just making sure I got that right. All right. Okay. I guess I follow the trail.
As you head down there, you definitely feel like you're making progress more than when you were walking in the dark. You can visibly see the television getting farther and farther away from you. As you get closer and closer to the section of the rooms with the beds on it. This is not. Listen, I'd say, give me a normal spot hidden.
A success.
You felt a few times as like you're walking towards the beds. Like every now and then you'd feel something like kind of brush past like a part of your body, and you just waved it off as like, you're walking, air, As you get closer to the door, you definitely feel like there's something like
Watching
you feel
me.
something pushing against you every now and then to your sides, and like as you're walking closer and closer to the door, you definitely notice it feels like the walls are closing in, but they don't feel like walls. They're like bumpy, like and you think back to like the sounds of water dripping, and it's like, are you in a cave? I think you're in a cave.
Oh god.
And it's and now like the door is right there to the beds. It's right in front of you, and you are definitely in a very thin cave section that you kind of got to push through if you want to get to the doors. You are up against the walls now. Like, you didn't even realize at some point you didn't even realize that you were like you had moved your body and turned to like.
All I have to say to you right now is fuck you.
And if you want to get like push your body through this cave, I'm going to need. I'll let you pick, strength or dex.
I'll go with the dex.
Okay, that's going to be a hard.
You got this. Don't let him do this to you.
Fail.
As you're pushing, you kind of pushing your way through, and it's getting rougher. The things getting the entrance to the beds is getting smaller and smaller, and you feel it like the jaggedness and sharpness of the rocks like pressing against parts of your body. You feel your knees scraping against the wall. You can feel your elbow scraping against it. And you finally like shunk off into the room, and you can just feel like the bruises on your shoulders and back, and you take 1 hit point of damage. Fall onto the floor of the very dark room where you know the beds are, but it's real dark and quiet, man.
I look for the light switch.
I mean, it's a cave wall. I don't know what you were expecting to find.
Okay. I see now. I've gone full on into the delusion. Okay. Fuck me. Oh god. Does it still look like it has the same setup that I know from the like when we were sleeping there earlier, or is it completely changed?
I will say that that's going to depend on what you give me as a hard sanity check right now.
Oh, yippee. That's halved, correct?
Yes, halved.
Success.
Success. You look around, and it's like as you shine your flashlight around, there's cave walls that kind of go off farther, but the setup looks the same. There's it looks like it's supposed to, except it's just like inside a cave. There's the beds, there's the sectors, there's the sections putting off the bed. You can't see like the ceiling, and there's about, I'd say now you notice only about a half a foot of water in the room that you're in the room itself. Not deep,
but enough to
like,
be annoying.
Yeah, enough for you to notice it.
All right.
Your shoes are wet.
Yay, wet.
Cuffs are bone dry.
What was bone dry?
Your cuffs are bone dry.
Are you implying I'm wearing floods?
Everything's coming up Millhouse is what I'm saying. You're not wading in it. You're not wading in it. It's just you're in water.
Right.
Like I said, about half a foot. I think that's maybe a little less than half.
Like basically ankle deep.
No, that'd be like a foot or two. No, like I said, it's hitting your shoes, but I'd say that's about it.
How big are your fucking legs if a foot is ankle deep?
I said a foot's a foot, man. Ankle? That'd be like I said, an ankle deep would be like
would
2
be
feet,
about
right?
3.5, 4 inches.
Yeah, it ain't that much.
Oh, ankle. I'm thinking of shin. Yeah, ankle deep. I'm an idiot. No, you're right. I was thinking of like the knee. So
Nick, I need you to sing the connected bone song just to refresh.
Yeah. I thought of the wrong bone.
It's all right. It's okay.
The wrong bone's connected to the wrong bone.
The heart bone is connected to the dick bone.
All
Very true.
right, so beds are the same setup. Is this okay? Does it go on past the beds? Like there's more cave behind them?
You'd have to move forward to see. It's funny when you showed the light earlier. It was a really good light. It's really not looking too like it's not going as far as it was before. Now you're gonna, if you want to see what's in there, you're gonna have to move forward, or back, or sideways, whichever way you want to fucking do it, Chief.
Fuck. Keep pressing forward.
Okay.
Forward and back, and
Uh,
then go forward and back, and then go forward and back, and then 1 foot forward.
And then eventually throw up.
As you do, it definitely starts changing, man. It is not looking like it's supposed to. You're noticing less and less of the beds and the sections and more of the cave. I'd say until you do straight up just see that like you're just in the cave, like the beds are gone. You're still treading a little bit of water, but you're just in this cave now.
And I am hopelessly
and-
lost, apparently.
You do know that you see like two, like the cave splits off into two very distinct directions. One goes what looks like up. You can and one goes down. And I'm gonna need you to give me whichever one you want to do. Do you want to do spot hidden or do you want to do listen?
I'll go with the spot hidden.
Okay, I need you to give me a hard spot hidden.
That is a success.
A success. The direction that goes up, you can swear you can almost make out. It looks like the kind of rock formations almost look like they make stairs going up. The section that's going down, you can see like as it goes down, the water stays level, so you're going to be going deeper into water, but you see like faint light in that direction, like a blue greenish light, kind of that way. Meanwhile, the kind of stairs you see up, water is trickling down them into the pool, almost implying that this is where the water's coming from.
I head towards the light.
Okay.
The
You head
blue-green light.
further down, and as you do, the water kind of rising up very slowly. You're moving a couple feet. Eventually, you're treading water to wading through it. It hits, and you're about waist deep in it at this point, having to trudge through it, and eventually, you see what was making the light, and the room kind of opens up. It's like you didn't even notice it until you were just kind of focusing on the light, and as soon as like you hit where the light is, you see the room's opened up, and the lights are coming from like these small little, like what they look like emergency lights, like these two big emergency lights hooked up against the side of the wall with 3 tanks, like big, about 4 by 3 foot diameter circular tube tanks that are hooked into the walls, like set against the walls. You see they each have like smaller but still pretty big tubings coming out of each of them. There's the desk in the corner. It's got a couple of computers on it that are like, you see a bunch of wires hooked from it all the way to the tubes. You look to the right and there's like another desk, tons of books, and looks like it's just covered in like, looks like research materials and stuff. And you are in a very clear medical room. Still kind of waist deep in water though, but the water doesn't touch the tops of any of the tables, so everything on the table seems to be dry.
So I'm in a half-flooded cave that's set up like an infirmary, or more like a setup for like a research of one patient.
Oh, you're
kind of
not in a
deal.
cave anymore. You're in like a medical room now.
Oh,
If you want to look behind you, you can.
see, everything is telling me that is a bad idea to look over my shoulder. You said the lights are coming from the tubes?
Yeah, like each of the tubes has like a set of like what looks like you kind of recognize those like the kind of lights that they'd have above like exit signs. You know those like two kind of bulbs.
Gotcha.
And each tube has a set of tubes. One that's like a blue greenish one, and then one that's off. And each of the blue greenish ones are on the tubes. Actually, no. The tube on the right doesn't have the blue greenish one light on. Only the left and middle tubes. The right one does not.
So the left and middle have blue green on. Right has no lights.
Yeah.
Can I tell what they are, or are they too far away?
They're a bit far. They're filled with definitely a liquid. The left and right.
Oh, I was hoping you weren't gonna say that.
The left one doesn't look like it's filled.
Yeah,
And
god damn it.
If you, it's a investigation. Do you have investigation? Wasn't there an investigation?
No, I don't.
No. Spot hidden. Yeah, fucking.
Normal.
Yeah. Normal.
Success.
You kind of look and you see along the side, like if you kind of just tilt your head because I'm assuming you're not getting any closer to anything. But from this distance, you can't see that the reason the tube on the right doesn't have any liquid in it is because there is a nice big hole in the side of it. I say big, about like a foot long crack in it that kind of goes all the way down. So that's probably why it doesn't have any liquid in it.
I start scanning the water. Do I see anything?
No.
Like-
No, I'm gonna say no. You don't see anything.
Oh,
But I will say that that's a normal sanity check.
yeah, I kind of figured that might be the case.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's barely a success.
God.
Oh boy.
So
Oh Boise.
Oh, and
You
I
don't
don't
lose
know
any
if that's.
sanity.
I don't know if I want to succeed that one. Oh God. Okay.
you don't lose any sanity, right? And you can see this is very clear. It's really clear. This is fresh water, so you can see in it, and there's nothing there. But Benjamin, personally, are. There's a part of your mind that's going, there is something in the goddamn water.
Yeah.
There is nothing that has proven that point, and there's a part of your mind that knows there isn't, but
That's not the active part of your mind right now.
nope.
That's the lizard brain telling me to beware.
Predator.
Oh, fuck me. What do? Oh God. So you said that.
Inventory check, just so you know. To the right, table, notes.
Yeah, that's what I
Middle.
was about to ask.
Yeah, middle, tubes, left, computer.
None pizza, left beef.
And I can always just cower it out and go back and maybe I can.
You don't know. You have
Yeah,
not
maybe
looked
I
behind
can.
you this entire time.
Yeah, I know. But that thing at the beginning said to keep pushing forward.
The what at the beginning?
That little speech you said.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is there anything I can get on that would put me above the water?
There's the tables. You know what? I'd say that both tables have chairs that are still in the water, but if you step on them, you'd be only like knee deep in it then.
Okay, yeah, that's not good.
I guess you could get on the tables. You could get on the tables, but each of the tables has things on them.
Yeah,
I guess if you want to fucking like do it like you're fucking 10 years old and just be sitting on the tables Indian style and looking at whatever's on the tables, you could.
I was thinking more like if there was
Oh, there is the anti-monster device that's in the corner. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that right out. Like fucking what do you move on from me,
No,
man.
I was thinking more like what's what I'm like, not like another desk, but like how they put like maybe
Anti-Cthulhu
a
rocket
little lamp
monster.
or something on that I could knock the lamp off and try and stay above the water. But yeah,
You have a lot of options available to you right now, and
yeah,
none of
and I'm
them involve
paranoid
you
as
not being in water.
I'm paranoid as fuck about what's in this water or what could be. Uh, I'm gonna regret this. I go to the computer.
Okay. You kind of push through, way through the computer, and I mean, it's what did I say it was? I said it was like 90. I have the notes here. It's 94, right?
Yeah,
Fucking.
something like that.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
like
so.
the first few personal computers have definitely. I mean, there's definitely been like for the high end tech. I don't. How are you about computers, Benjamin? You computer man? You look at
I
these new flasted
I would think
technologies.
I would think being a professor, I would at least be familiar, maybe not like an expert, since I do come from an academic background.
Yeah. Um. And that's interesting you mentioned that because when you go to the computer and look at it, it does have the same exact setups you used at the university. It's um
Oh,
it's running on the same operating system, so you know how to move around it, and it's very much set up like the way you'd set it up a computer, like which is like as a professor, you can kind of easily figure out like where things are. So I'll say to make this easier, you can see that there's like a section there's like a section that looks like a personal journal, personal log. There's a section of notes tied to things. Yeah, sure, it's just kind of like a generalized note section. Um, there's a nice little section that says camera. I see those are the three sections. It's like personal log, notes, camera.
let's go. Let's go personal log.
All right. You open that up, right click, and you see a series of dates that look like they have like they're kind of like they have like a light blue line under a bunch of the dates. But most of the dates and the dates are from they're sectioned out every. It looks like from 80. I'd say 80. No, we'll go. They're all from 93. They're all from like the last year. Um. I mean, the year before. And they're sectioned out in like spaces of like 2 weeks. So the way the way whoever has set up these notes has them, it's like beginning month, mid month. Literally it just says beginning April, mid April, like beginning April 93, mid April 93, beginning May 93, mid May. And
Gotcha.
most of like you remember that the blue lines underneath are, and I know this isn't how the internet works, but go with me, people. Those are basically links that when you click it, it's going to take you to another one. But there's also most of them have red lines to them, indicating that these links no longer work. So on whatever system that this computer is connected to, you used to be able to just like go to these links immediately, but you can't. There's one you can, and I'm gonna just assume you click it. It's from December last year.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say what month this year is because I haven't. I because I don't.
It's Smarch. Lousy Smarch weather.
When you click it, you see the notes of someone. It's written down. Subject C3 had to get taken out of his tube today. He'd been sick for the past few months, but I figured it was just another bout of flu. Subjects aren't particularly used to a lot of airborne pathogens, but he never got better. It was decided by upper command that perhaps some time in a natural environment might help Subject CB get better. As we were taking them out of his tube, a tremor went through, and unfortunately, in the process, tube C, not tube. Oh god, what do we call it? Fuck, what's the name of it?
Like a transport container?
Pod.
Embryo cart C unfortunately was broken, and subject CB slammed against the glass too hard during the tremor, and unfortunately his vital signs went into the negative. The embryo chamber is unfortunately completely busted. It's going to be about 3 months before we're able to get someone down here to fix it. And subject CB was disposed of in the early morning. Subject 1C and subject 2C have still not noticed that their brother's gone yet, but I don't know how much longer they'll stay sedated. I've requested a full list of a new supply of drugs. We're running low on a lot of the inhibitors, and as well as I've requested a new personnel in order to fix the embryo tubes.
I would like to immediately make a listen check to see if I can hear anything coming from those tubes. If I can
I'm
do
not
that.
going to make you make a check. Now that you're paying attention, you can hear something in those tubes. It's hard to make out.
Do they sound agitated?
It's low. You'd have to get closer to hear to make out anything.
Ah, joy. I guess I go camera next if there's no more log.
Very similar to logs. Bunch of dates. This time there's 2 that are open rather than just the 1. You can click on the one. You click on the first one closer to the bottom. That's closer. It's it's December as well, but early December rather than mid-December. And when you click on it, you see what is very clearly a black and white grainy footage of like what you know as a security camera. It's looking down into the same room you're in. You can see everything from a sort of top-down view. In fact, give me an intelligence check.
Just regular, straight up.
Regular.
Oh, just failed.
Okay. And as you're looking at the security camera, you see that like the 3 tubes are there and they're fine. And you see that a bunch of there's someone by the computer where you're standing, in what is very clearly like a head sign, a lab coat, a scientist. Looks like a guy. Looks a bit older. Balding, but he has like a big beard. It's all black and white, so you can tell he's. It's black and white, so you can tell that you can kind of tell he's a guy, and you can tell he's not black. But it's we can't really guess aside from that what his ethnicity is. You see people wearing suits very similar to Thing 1 and Thing 2, like in design wise.
Gotcha.
Come in with like what looks like a small like a stretcher, but it's got like a big sort of smaller version of the tubes that you see on it. And as soon as you see him start going and like disconnecting some of the tubes and connectors and stuff from the 3rd pod, suddenly they're like the entire screen is shaking, and you see it kind of cuts out and cuts in a couple times, and you're putting together this must be the tremor that they saw. You're kind of getting from the images, you see people like getting pushed and thrown around by the tremors on the floor. You definitely, I'd say because you read it first, you are paying attention to the 3rd tube in between the statics, and you definitely see like during one of the tremors a giant shadow kind of press against the side, and you see the crack happen. Then it kind of cuts out again, and when it cuts back in, you see that the crack is now completely formed to what you saw before. The tube is kind of pushing out water, and there is something along one tentacle you can see kind of pulling out. Something fell out of it and got one of its arms, legs, things got caught in it, and you see a bunch of the medical personnel as well as the scientists seemingly scramble to try to help the thing that's just kind of off screen right now. And then there's like another shake, and then the that's the end of that camera recording.
Okay.
And then there's the second one that's available is from a few months, I'd say like mid-May, earlier that year. You click on that one. This one's a lot shorter. It's only about 20 seconds long. The last one was probably about a minute. You were watching the whole time, you know?
Right.
This one's way shorter. And as you look at it, you see the same scientist, but he is sitting in front of the middle tube. Sitting in a chair in front of the middle tube with what looks like a small table that he's propped up. And a thing in the middle of it. And I say another intelligence check. Normal.
Got that one.
Okay. You know that is a chessboard he has in front of him. And you see he kind of moves one piece up, and then he waits for a bit, and then you kind of see a shadow of something against the tube pushing up against it, but it's very, it's low with the camera, you can't really see, but you do see that the professor then moves over, like puts his hand over the other side and moves another piece up a bit, and then he kind of sits there for a second. You see more of the shadow, and he puts it back where it was, picks a different piece and moves that one, and then it goes back to him, and you see him looking at the chessboard and thing about it, and that's when the thing goes off. That's the end of that video.
All right.
What in the fuck is happening?
Who knows?
I guess the general notes is all that's left.
Give me a hard listen.
Yeah, didn't get that one.
Okay, yeah. You said the notes? Yeah, okay, you go to the general notes table. There's a bunch of books. There's basically two different things. There's books on one side. There's a bunch of books on one side and a bunch of opened up, like, journals that have been written in that are very clearly like notes. Which do you want to look at first?
I thought you said there was a general notes thing on the computer.
Oh, that's right. There's the general notes on the computer. Fuck, I have the wrong. Okay, let me go back. Computer. Yeah, you open up the general notes and you see once again, like the second, like the other screen that was divided, this one also has folders. You see neurological development, environmental development, physiological development, and behavioral. And I will just kind of, you know what? I'm going to sum this up really quickly, because your particular research means that you're looking at neurological development. You really can't make heads or tails of it. It's a lot. You know enough to know that this is talking about a lot of like brain stuff, but it is not your field of expertise. But it is definitely charting. These are similar to the charts in growth you notice of like kids who are like, it's similar to that. Same with like physiology,
Basically like a gifted program.
Yeah. Same with physiology. It's like charting physical growth. A lot of things talking about a lot of technical, what are technical names for animal and body parts being said that you don't know exactly what they are, but you know that they exist, being measured and stuff, heights, weights. Behavioral has the same thing for like, you understand it's like diets and stuff. I was
going to say behavioral I might have a bit more insight in because I do have psychology as a skill.
Yeah, psychology? I didn't write that down. Okay, then I'll say behavioral is the one that you are able to understand. It is charting what is clearly a child's behavioral pattern that you know specifically for, like you said, like you've seen this kind of study before with children with higher than average IQs.
I'm guessing this is way off the charts, though.
It's about the same. Like I said, it's about the same for like
Okay.
an incredibly smart kid. As it goes down, it's the same level of like a behavioral, like you see the same things in this as you'd see in any sort of child prodigy, where like there's a lot of like intellectual growth, but has very much stunted the sort of like personal growth of the child. You see a lot of like
Gotcha.
there's large dependencies upon like authority figures because of that. You see there's when it comes to social groups, it's not very good at like interacting with anything that's not like tied to it on like a more parental or familial level.
Gotcha.
Does really well with like from similar behaviors. Does really well with siblings and stuff, but doesn't do really well at friends. Lack
Right.
of social cues, but like there's some small instances of not what do you call it, not mental disorder, but fixation. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, when like kids can get really fixated on
Hyperfixation.
Hyperfixation.
yeah, they can that sometimes develops from like levels of I forgot the name of it, but like yeah, stuff like that,
Okay, I
where it's, like,
gotcha.
it's not enough to be labeled a disorder, but it's like bordering there.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
Whoever this is written about is very smart, very quick to pick up on social cues, maybe not the best at actions, tend to get maybe lost in the weeds a bit when they're like talking.
Okay.
Each of the three subjects that are written about here are slightly different, but you do get the general idea that they're all very similar, like in behavioral stats.
Okay. Some obviously the subjects are some kind of child prodigy of some kind, but based on what I saw in the security footage, it's not necessarily human.
Give me another hard listen.
Failed that one too.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I guess this is where the shoe drops, and I look over at the tubes.
The same.
Okay.
You can still kind of hear something, but if you want to listen, you'd have to get closer.
Oh, this might just be stupid.
We love stupid.
I'm gonna go over. Very non-threatening, very like hands up in the air, showing I'm not trying to cause any problems or be threatening or dangerous at all.
You are hearing, as you get closer, the sounds are becoming more legible. You are hearing things being said. Give me I'd say because you study archaeology. You know what? I'm not even gonna have you I was gonna have you give me an education check, but I'd say because you study archaeology and occult and even behavioral, that you probably are, at the very least, understand the sounds of different languages. So you understand that you are hearing a couple of different languages, English, Spanish, Russian stuff.
Okay.
I'd say give me a normal education check to see if you know what's being said.
That one I got.
Um,
With an 80, I better.
In various different languages, they're saying look inside in various languages, and where he's at, and the number 3.
Like they're saying to look inside?
Yes, you're hearing in various languages. You're hearing the phrase "look inside." You're hearing 3, and you're hearing fuck. What was the third? I just damn it. I'd written it down. I was writing them down. I didn't write down the third one. I think it's where he is.
So it's coming across that they're wanting to look inside because they can't tell where the third sibling is.
Well, I mean, if that's what you're getting.
Yeah.
Intelligence. Hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I failed that one.
Okay. You don't get it immediately. I will say that. Give me a spot hidden normal.
All right, those ones are being real inconsistent. Let's try. Is that spot hidden normal?
Yeah.
Okay, succeeded that one.
Okay, you notice the monster come up behind you and eat you.
Ah!
You do notice Tube Left has above it, below the searchlights, below the emergency lights, 1 below the searchlights, the middle one, 2 below the searchlights, the third one, 3.
Do I see? Okay, I'm assuming I'm hearing this through some kind of speaker.
No, it's like you're hearing it's whispers that are coming from the first and second tubes. You hear, like,
Okay,
whispers.
so they're screaming, speaking, whatever, however they communicate, loud enough that I can hear it through the glass.
Yeah. It's like you can, like, yeah.
Do I see any kind of speaker or way to communicate other than just them screaming? Like some kind of intercom setup or whatever?
No.
Okay.
Intelligence, normal.
Got it. Okay, these dice are better.
You remembered that the when they were playing chess, the thing that was inside the thing was pressing up against the glass, and kind of when you put your hands in the glass, you notice there's a lot of condensation on it.
Is it?
And when you put your finger on the glass to kind of like test out like the condensation, you see something press against the other side. You can't tell what it is. The water is very murky, but something's pressing up against it on the other side too.
Okay, like full on, or are we doing like the fingertip to fingertip?
Fingertip to fingertip.
Okay.
Do you keep your finger on it?
I'm going to say yes, because they haven't proven hostile yet. They're just scared and curious, I guess.
You see the shadow of whatever finger it is starts moving towards your right. Like it starts moving along towards you, like pointing you, going towards the right.
Basically trying to lead me to the third tube.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I go over and carefully give it a look over.
No checks. You see it. There's the big hole, right? Obviously, you're gonna look inside of it. Tank's empty, right?
Right.
You see the bottoms and tops of the tank are have like little wires and sensors and stuff, and even parts where like things are supposed to be hooked into it. So it's very clearly something was here. And you see when you look in the middle and the back of the tank, you do see the words "engine room" have been scratched into the back of the tank. And give me a sanity check.
Oh joy. Normal.
Normal, yeah.
Success.
Success. So you definitely notice that the water has now come up to almost your mouth. And before you can even notice it, you are now completely underwater. And there's a moment where you are just under the water, and now you can see that like there's no tanks. It's funny because as soon as like you went underwater, it's not there's no tanks. There's no cave now. Like the room looks just like it did in those like on the video screens. You know, despite it being underwater, it looks like the exact same. The tanks were pristine, full of something, not broken. The walls, if you were in that room but underwater, and then you kind of feel like something pushed against your body, and you start kind of getting pushed up, buoyancy pushing you up, and as soon as like you break the water, you fall back into one of the beds, and you are in the bed area of the rec room.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Okay,
That was awful. Thanks.
Booze.
All of that was awful. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, Jesus! Oh my God!
You are sopping wet from sweat, and I want you to make a spot hidden. Normal.
Got it.
Most of your body is wet from sweat, except your shoes, which do seem to be real ass wet from water. But that's it.
Huh. All right.
And first up, we're going to cut to Benson, or
Okay.
Carr for now.
Hello, yes,
Um,
I am Benson.
You were, I believe, making your way to... You had just come from food... No, Abigail went to Food Times. You were going to, I want to say...
Well, no, I was eating, and then Abigail went to the walk-in cooler to get something, or to get to make herself some food, and then that's when she got trapped in there and got PT'd in a weird spiral of boxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You had made your way to the lockers, right? And
I
but I was trying to remember where you were going to after the lockers.
I know I went to the galley, but I know at some point I did end up getting to where I could eat some food.
Yeah, okay. So you're at the galley. I'd say
I had to eat
Abigail as well.
I had to eat a peanut
know
butter
what?
and jelly sandwich because there's no tuna.
Yeah. You are eating. That's right. There was no tuna.
Right, yeah.
No one wants to eat fish in this damn place.
Yep.
You're eating your peanut butter sandwich when I want you to make a normal dexterity.
Okay. That's a 100.
Okay, you failed.
Yep.
The whole station rocks,
Oh fuck.
and not the normal human feeling. Like it is, you are on the ground.
Just like fall over. Just
Yep. Peanut butter all over your face.
oh.
Damn.
Abigail,
Yep.
you were huddled in the corner crying. And then like you felt like a wave of calmness come over you. Right?
I feel like the scout from Meet the Spy, just like hey, okay.
How you feeling? You got up. You were feeling pretty bad, but then something happened, and now you're not feeling too bad.
I think she plays it off as her own self being like, okay, all right, we gotta get this together. I can't be thousands of feet below sea level in a metal box, freaking out because I just got PT'd in a fucking pantry refrigerator. For PT, that for many that don't know was Genius Kojumbo's Silent Hill demo, and I can't believe I have to explain what PT is to people, but there are people who are gonna ask.
It is 10 years old at this point.
It is fucking 10. Oh my god. Yeah, I get up and I think I just sort of smack my face and I like, I'm just like, okay, all right, we're good.
You hear sounds coming from the other side, because you're in the back room where food's prepared and you can get the food.
Yeah.
You hear sounds coming from the galley, but not like crazy sound, not like spooky sounds. You hear like someone's getting something to eat sounds.
Okay, that's weird that no one came to investigate my screaming, but I will chalk that up to hysteria. And I'm gonna head back into the galley and look around and see if I see, because Benson was in there when I went into the pantry, right? I don't remember that part. I don't remember exactly what happened last time.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back into the galley.
Okay, you head and you see Benson. He's eating a sandwich, very calm, and then the whole place shakes. And I need to make a dex check.
Oh boy! All right. Not bad. Regular is gonna be 80, so I need to roll under an 80, correct?
And yeah,
correct.
all these fucking scientist people being dexterous.
I mean,
Not
I make
me,
sense.
though.
I'm a field researcher.
That's a 49 of 80, so that's pass.
Pass. Okay, so you don't take any damage, but you do
That's good.
fall to the ground, just like Benson did, and like the whole place is shaking. Hey Benjamin, give us a dex check. I'd say you're probably like trudging through the now lit rec area, totally normal lit. Everything's all the lights on when it all happens.
Okay, I succeeded that one.
Yeah,
I'm the only one that fell over. What the fuck?
You just can't catch a break. You got almost kidnapped.
I am
Well,
gonna go run. Well,
no.
that might be one. Yeah, because
No.
got knocked the fuck out.
Everyone falls over. Like Abigail
Oh.
fell over. Benjamin falls over. You're the only one who had a peanut butter sandwich that landed on their face.
I'm gonna.
That is what your dex roll happened.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm gonna run over to make sure that Benson is okay.
um,
Hey, buddy, you okay?
No. Why is this place shaking?
I don't know, and I'm a little worried about it. I'm gonna be honest.
We need to
And-
talk to somebody about this.
Probably.
all of you hear
Oh, fuck.
like
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
lights that you didn't realize were red lights until they have now caught on in all throughout the facility start going off.
No shit.
You hear there's suddenly like it sounds like an intercom voice, but like there shouldn't be intercom, so there's a speaker that starts playing, and you hear a voice, a very calm, feminine voice say, "All personnel, please head to the bridge area. All personnel, please head to the bridge area." And then it's silent for a few seconds, for about 10 seconds, and then it repeats that same message, and it does that every 10 seconds as the red lights and alarms are going off.
All right,
Guess
well.
I head to the bridge.
Yeah, bridge, wherever the bridge area is.
Yes. Well, okay. So, for Benjamin, I mean, y'all probably going to be heading to the same ladder. You guys, Benjamin has to head to the ladder, and then heads up to the ladder, and then head to the bridge area. You guys are in the galley, so you just got to go to the left to also the same ladder, but then up to the bridge area. In the map section, you will see them.
Gotcha.
So we do that. We go and we do that.
Yep.
I'd say adrenaline kicking in for Benjamin because of what happened, and you two being a little bit more calmer with what happened. He's moving a bit faster, so you all three meet up at the bridge at the same time.
Hello.
Hi. It's been a hell of a couple hours.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, did you also get stuck in a pantry, refrigerated pantry? Or is that just me?
I was in a cave.
What? Huh?
I take off a shoe and just put it in her face. Smell the seawater?
Ew.
Gross. Oh, fuck, that's nasty.
I was in a cave.
I can smell that from here.
I put my shoe back on.
Clean your
I
shoes.
don't
Clean
know
your
how I
shoes.
got in a cave. I walked in the rec room and then, yeah,
Clean your shoes.
I'm not having a good time.
Can you all give me one good old rousing round of spot hidden?
No. And what are you gonna do about it?
My
if I don't?
perception of reality is changing by the moment.
Got a success.
That's fair.
These are the dice I'm using from now.
Spot hidden, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at a nice 50%. That's an 11. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing
That's
good rolls
that's an
tonight.
8. That's an 18 for me.
So y'all passed. You see the lanky form of Gibbs
Gibbs, holy shit, where have you
in his
been?
normal clothes, and he is frantically like hitting buttons on the control panel, and like look like trying to do something. You also notice that he is the only one here.
Does he look like he's trying to cause harm?
No, he looks about how you guys all feel right now. He
Yes,
is.
what the hell is going on?
Gibbs, what's the situation?
Oh, thank God you guys are here. I don't goddamn know. I'm sitting there, I'm chilling out, I'm just hanging down in the habitat room, you know, like it's really nice place. It's like my personal spot to just chill out. And then I get a call from director from fucking Big Man Reese says, "Hey, we need people up on the bridge." I come up here, nobody's here, and then the whole place starts shaking, and he's like, "There's the alarms are going off. This whole like we get and he goes, like he's pointing to like you see like the screens. It shows like on like the biggest monitor, and it looks like the entire Auroch base from a side view, so that you can see like all the different sections. And it's like almost like schematics, right? And you see that the monitor has various sections highlighted, and you see the big sections that are like the areas are fine. They're like white. Then you see these blue sections that are apparent that you can kind of figure out from context clues are like the sections that interconnect all the big areas. And they're labeled blue, almost so you can tell that those are like the sections you can move through, and they're just blue and like solid. But then you see these sections that are like big lines, kind of all throughout the base, and you get that these are like the main that's what's keeping the base up. Like those are the big you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of those are flashing red.
Oh fuck.
And goes. It looks like there's some kind of like the main pillars are like stabilizing. You know, there's always like kind of chunks every now and then, but like right now, like I mean, you guys felt that big tremor, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't the base.
Yeah.
That was the earth we're on, like the bottom. The seafloor just kind of shook, and now the base is
GM?
kind of like.
Yeah.
Are there any monitors around us that are showing cameras on the outside?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to ask?
Yeah, Gibbs, do we have any way to see outside right now?
You see Gibbs is frantically like hitting some buttons, and he goes, give me a second. I need to like this entire. You guys haven't seen anybody?
Not a fucking soul.
Not a yeah. No
Just you three.
And he goes, I need like finally he like he hits a code in a big red one of the various buttons. He goes for one that's like big red that was like turned off, turned on, and you see he hits it, and then the at least the alarm starts sounding. The red lights are still kind of on, but at least the alarm stops. And he goes, oh, thank God. Okay. Said cameras? That's right. And then he goes and you see him uses the computer, and you see that along the bottom, he moves the mouse over, and along the bottom of the schematic screen, there's like a little camera button, and he hits it with the mouse, and you see like a bunch of squares that weren't lit up on the computer. And he's like, you want to see outside? And he clicks. I'm guessing we'll probably think of the same thing. And he clicks one of the buttons that's it's square buttons all around the base, and you can kind of guess from context clues that those are cameras that look at that particular area. So he clicks.
Yeah, I'm kind of want to see like how much damage we're looking at.
Yeah.
One that's at the bottom of the base that connects to the earth. And when he does, it shows you big camera, and it's giving you a really big look. As Gibbs is kind of like looking around, he's like, these cameras are about like 20 feet wide. They're meant to give like they're meant to act as like we made them out of like, well, not me, but they made them out of like old sonar dishes. They're basically gigantic cameras, so we can see the whole floor. And it can even move the ones that are on the bottom. And as he does, he kind of like pans the camera from left to right, so it's looking at the Auroch basin where it's connected to the earth. And you kind of see a couple like. It's really weird because now that you see it from the outside and the lights are like shining on it so you can see it, where the base connects to the earth, it's almost like a mushroom kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where it like seamlessly goes from like the metal of the base to the ocean floor. All of you give me a hard intelligence check.
Hard, you say? I should be good at that.
Be smart.
Is that the half or fifth?
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, got it spot on.
Oh, I'm not.
Is that a success or a failure?
I'd
say success.
Oh.
I failed.
Mine's a 30. I rolled a 58. Yeah, I definitely failed that.
Yeah, mine's a 30. I rolled a 30.
Mine's 25. I rolled 94. Where are these rolls when I played D&D? What the fuck?
Right?
You have the Whedon curse.
Benjamin notices that it looks weird because it looks like the way the earth is pressed up against the base, it's like the base came up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it grew.
Yeah. And as Gibbs is moving the camera, it moves away, and that's when you see like more of the seabed, and you all kind of notice it, even Gibbs does, because it is something that's like, you know that the giant, jagged rocks that look that like protrude up the side of the gigantic crater that is there is probably not supposed to be there. Like a big hole just opened up next to the base, but not like it pushed in, like something just bust open and there's like pieces of the rocks pushed out.
I just look at all of him. What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
What came out of that?
You sure you really want the answers to that question?
I mean,
Because none of it's good.
if it's something
Now-
we can survive.
I'd say that you all notice that it's a black and white camera, right? You can't see color.
Right.
So it's, and this is 94, so it's very staticky. But you all kind of notice that there's like, it looks like something's coming out of it.
I hate everything coming out of your mouth right now.
Yeah.
No, there's 3 of you. Hard education check for all of you.
Oh, it's also a
There's
30.
3 of
Come
you.
on.
One of you.
Oh God. Something my blood dice
That's-
roll good.
54.
And remember, you can use luck to like lower that down to where you need to be if you want to.
I'm not using 24
Okay.
luck. Are you crazy?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
You succeeded.
Yeah.
You
I succeeded. I rolled
Yeah,
a
these are the dice I'm sticking with right now. They're
That's tough.
doing good by me.
I rolled a 14 versus my 20.
You both realize that, like, you remember when they were talking. You remember hearing about these cameras, and they're supposed to be able to see different. Benson, you didn't get it. You remember said something about spectrums. Benjamin, you're a bit smarter. You know that it was supposed to be able to see like infrared and heat.
It can't see red.
No. The cameras are supposed to be.
Oh,
able to see-
cameras. Okay, yeah.
The cameras, yeah, the cameras were supposed to be able to see, like I said, because Benson's not too smart. He remembers something about spectrums, but he doesn't know what that is. Benjamin, you remember it was supposed to see like heat and infrared. You remember that's what the cameras are supposed to be able to see.
Right. Gibbs.
Yeah.
What? You have an infrared on those cameras, right?
And he looks at him. He's like, infrared. Yeah, we do. We have infrared. We have full spectrum. And then he goes and he hits, and there's like a button that he can like hit, and it toggles between it. And you see it kind of toggles into like a green filter. The next one hits, and it's heat. And when he toggles that, that's when you guys all see very clearly that there is really, really hot waves coming from the hole now. Now that you can see the heat, it's there's small amounts of heat coming from the Auroch base itself. You get that, but like it's very cold on the out. Very blipped. You get the idea that like the Auroch base outside is very cold. So the heat from inside the
Yeah.
base doesn't get out. It's almost a completely blue black everywhere else because it's just dead cold except for where this giant hole is, where now there's waves of red coming out of it.
Hey, I don't think it's supposed
Is
to do
it-
that.
Is it maybe a geothermal vent that got too much pressure and blew?
And Gibbs goes, I think that's exactly it. This looks exactly like the smaller, but damn, he's looking at it. He's like, most of the geothermal vents don't get bigger than about 2-3 feet.
I'm keeping
this
a
thing's gotta be,
very
like-
sharp eye for movement.
Well,
Gibbs
what
looks at it. He's like, this looks like it's to be like a mile wide.
is there anything that we can do to fix that, or are we protected? What's going on?
No, it's just, I mean, the heat's just, it's the way the geothermal vents work. They just, they exhume heat every now and then kind of close off, and then open up and push more hot water out. We've attached a bunch of hoses and stuff to them to kind of force the hot water to flow into the station so that we can convert it into energy. But like I said, most of those are a couple of feet wide. at most, the station itself's hooked up to about like 300 different vents because they're so small, but there's so many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bringing up the base, why does it look like it was grown out of the seafloor?
Gibbs, he looks at the thing in the base. He's like, I don't know.
Does that bother anybody else?
That seems like something you should know.
Yeah. That seems like something that should be known.
Gibbs looks at you guys and is like,
Would Reese
I'm
know?
just
Where's Reese?
Gibbs is like, I'm just the overseer. I know as much as you guys did. They said they built it. They said they built it up top and threw it down to the bottom. So I don't know.
I don't believe it was built.
I feel like we need to speak to Reese.
You're not the only one. He looks around. Where the hell is everyone else? You guys didn't see anyone else?
Nobody.
The last person that we saw was Mike, and that was in the med bay.
Yeah.
Mike. Gibbs kind of puts his hand on his chin.
Chief medical examiner?
It's like, I know who he is. I'm trying to think when's the last time I saw him.
Oh.
Mike was supposed to go up with the rest of the, and then he clicks like, that's right, today was the last day of us getting the shipments. Maybe everyone's down in the maybe everyone's in the elevator, and so he heads over to
Seems like
the
a bad
bridge
time to
section.
be stuck in an elevator right now.
Do we
Yeah,
have cameras in the
okay.
elevator?
No, because of the way the elevator, Gibbs goes, no, because of the way the elevators work, the camera, we can't get any cameras into it. But
Gotcha.
and as he's heading towards the elevator to the surface, he goes, but like if we get there'll be consoles that'll tell us if anyone's stuck in the elevator. There's like pressure sensors and stuff like that can tell us. You head to the elevator shaft, you get through the walkways. I'd say when you guys get to the walkway that heads to the elevator, everyone, all four of you, you three and Gibbs, can see there's the giant plate glass. You guys all kind of stop for a moment because you all four can see very clearly the big waving gushes of like heated water through the blackness. The geothermal vent is pushing out so much hot water, hot heat, that you guys can physically see it, despite it being like normally pitch black, and despite it being you guys being at the top of the Auroch, where you're not supposed to be able to see. Like it is pushing stuff out. You can see it. It's almost beautiful because what you guys are seeing are
Almost like an
Almost
underwater aurora.
yeah. Like imagine like jellyfish, the way the waves kind of move throughout the water as the heated, superheated water like moves through and kind of eventually disperses through, like different currents and waves catching different other currents moving through. You guys head to the elevator shaft, and when you get in there, you see it's empty. I mean, the room's empty, like it's supposed to be. And Gibbs heads over to the console, and he points. Hey, can one of you get on that other console over there?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
jump
do it.
on.
Yeah. And you see, okay. And he points to like his console is the exact same as the other one he's pointing to. They're just on opposite sides of the wall. And he goes, each of these connects to the two different main tube. Well, they're like connected to the two different main tubes. So if there's an elevator in there and he hits, you see he looks up and he pushes his hand down against a giant blue button that's on the top, and then grabs like a lever and pulls it down. And so you guys do the same. These are gonna open up like the basically, if there's something in there, when you guys do it, we're here's the sound, and that'll imply that there's a elevator like in the shaft.
Okay. Thatcher, did you want to do this, or can I go ahead?
Yeah, I got it. I'll go ahead and do what Gibbs just showed us.
Okay.
And as soon as you do, you hear a loud whooshing sound, and
What
it's like
what was
constant.
Gibbs?
Oh, we're gonna open this elevator
Gibbs
door, and
is-
water's gonna come pouring in.
And Gibbs is kind of like looking there for a second, like concentrating really hard what it is, and then his eyes go wide and goes, Oh shit! Everyone get out of the room.
Yeah,
and
we
I
need to go, we
everyone
need to go.
make a
Right.
hard dex check.
Oh boy.
Not a hard, a normal dex check. Normal.
Normal? Okay.
Yeah.
We're about to get the shining.
Perfectly normal.
I love these dice.
Perfectly normal.
Success.
Oh, I also succeeded.
60. That's a 42 of 60. I succeed.
Okay. All four of you managed to make it to the entrance of the elevator shaft, and like as soon as you get past the entrance, Gibbs turns around and uh make an everyone make a hard education check.
Damn it! I'm bad at those.
I'm also bad at those. Yeah, I failed.
I'm good at those. I got it.
Okay.
These dice are helping me tonight.
Oh, that's a 4. I actually passed.
Okay. Abigail
I'm fucking
and
stupid.
Benjamin, you write down in your notes that you memorize Gibbs doing this as he turns around and hits a panel on the wall. That's you've memorized this panel, and he very quickly like hits like 2 more buttons, and a giant. You hear the growing of metal, and giant pair of metal like doors just kind of
Blast
comes
like
and
blast doors.
The
connects.
bulkhead.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. And I want you to memorize that you saw him do it, and you memorized how to seal a bulkhead. And as soon as like the metal clicks together, and there's a few seconds where there's silence, and Gibbs kind of backs up, and he's like, "Okay, come on," and he's like, "I don't want to be here." And I'd say you guys make it. You just make it back to the bridge, and he turns around and he starts doing the same thing, closing the bulkheads. And as the bulkheads closing from the bridge to the connection, you hear it very visibly. A huge crunching of metal
Oh.
and pipe and steel as the elevator that was falling down hits the elevator section.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
You can hear the elevator section just go away, just fall.
oh boy.
Well, we're
the
stuck
only
down
ones
here.
left.
The blast doors close just as you guys see some water coming in from that section, but they close off completely.
We are stranded.
We have to get out of here.
I don't know how we would get out of here.
I don't either, but fuck.
Surely there's a safe, like an emergency exit pod somewhere.
Yeah, there has to be, right? On this level?
Game over, man.
Gibbs kind of takes a few moments and goes,
Yeah, there's. We can check
in
the vehicle room. Yeah.
In the vehicle room, we should be able to get. There's a couple of. Every skimmer does have a couple of pods for pickup. He thinks about it and he goes, "Okay,
Can we get to the vehicle room?
there's escape pods on every major level of the Auroch, but those are for last case emergencies. They take you to the top, but they're very finicky.
I think at
Sometimes
this
they don't go all
point,
the way up.
this
And-
point we should trust the finicky.
In the vehicles, we have proper depressurized submarines that we can use to take to the top. That will take longer, but will properly depressurize, and the chance of them imploding is 0. Unlike the emergency pods, where the chance of imploding is, as they told me when I came in here, about 10%.
So we take the high risk, quick way, or we try and get to the safe way.
Is there enough room in the sub for all of us?
Yeah, the pods are individualized. We'd have to, and he goes, everyone would get their own pod, but if we get to the submarine, we'd all be in the submarine. Gibbs goes, I'm going to go for the submarine. I don't trust those pods.
That seems to
if
be the
you
best
guys wanna
idea.
Come with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, something a bit safer.
Do we want to
Uh,
set a looping message to tell anybody that may still be here to make their way to the vehicle room if possible?
Gibbs looks at it and goes, "Yeah, that's a good idea." And he goes over, and then like as he goes over to the criminal, he walks over to like a desk and pulls out what looks like a key card. And he tosses it to the closest person, who I'll say is Abigail.
Okay, thank
You
you.
catch it. He goes, the that's a card to the main areas. You'll be able to use it to get to like open up in case any of the doors are locked because emergency mode went on. So I don't know how many of the
Right.
places were locked down.
Okay.
And,
We have to get out of here.
Yeah. He goes, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a message real quick, telling everyone to head down to the vehicle room if there's anyone left on the ship.
Okay.
I almost don't
we'll
want to
try
leave.
to get a sub.
I don't want to leave Gibbs here by himself.
Well, it's better. I think Gibbs will be okay. Gibbs, just sort of give him a look. You gonna be all right?
Yeah. When you guys get down to the vehicle room, make sure make sure you pick. All of them should be tapped off, but make sure that the air and pressurized air are both full. The air is for us. The pressurized air is what it uses to help us depressurize. So make sure that whichever submarine you pick, it's full. They should all be full, but I'm not trusting 100% anything right now.
Yeah,
Gibbs,
something very strange is going on.
I want you to be perfectly honest with me. You're not following us, are you?
Gibbs looked at you and was like, I am not staying down here a second more than I
Okay.
have to.
I was
Gibbs-
hoping you weren't trying to do some kind of big heroic, well, somebody has to stay here to open the doors for you kind of thing.
Gibbs does
'Cause I
not
was going
catch
to
me.
smack you upside the head and carry you.
Oh, I'm sorry. That if you're looking for some motherfucker like that ain't me.
Yeah, no, I was about to smack you upside the head if you were going to do that.
I was gonna say Gibbs does not strike me as the go down with the ship type. He don't get paid enough for that shit.
That's when the main lights in the Auroch go off. The emergency lights are still on, so everything is tinted in a red hue. You hear Gibbs go, "Ah, shit," and then he walks over to the console and hits a few buttons, and in the bridge, at least, the normal lights comes on. You see that in the walkway to where you guys are going to head to the ladder, it's still red lights. He's like, ah, damn it. All right, well, the emergency lights are on. I don't know why the main lights went off.
Okay.
You guys check to see if the lights came back on in the ladder area real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, I could do that.
We'll run over to the ladder area real quick.
Just run over there.
They are not. It's still the red emergency lights. So the only lights that came on were the lights in the bridge.
Okay, gonna relay that info.
You noticed that when you went towards the ladder, the door didn't open and close automatically. You had to like pull it open and push it close.
Oh, weird.
So you kind of, when you went to the ladder, you pushed it open a little bit. As you're coming back,
Yeah.
it's still like only like part way open. I'm gonna say, Benson, you're leading the charge. So just as you make it back to the bridge, everyone give me a normal listen check.
Okay. My listen is not great.
Mine neither, but I passed.
But I rolled a 9. Yeah, I passed.
I passed as well.
Okay. You guys hear like something banging.
Oh, jeez.
And it takes you a second before you realize like you hear it like it's like above you. Like this banging sound. Like it's in like the wall.
Like in
Does it sound like a physical like thing pounding against the wall or against the ceiling, or does it sound like the ceiling is being crushed?
It sounds like there's something in the ceiling.
Oh.
Benson, I'm gonna say you went to go open the door, and as you're like trying to force it open, you see inside. And so I say Benson and any of you that want to probably could see it as well. Get a nice clear view as Gibbs is working on the terminal. You see him like pull out like a microphone, and just as he starts to record a message, the top of the ceiling gets pushed open, and you see
It.
a creature land on all fours right behind him.
Gibbs!
Ubs out, and what looks very much like some kind, from your distance, it looks like a dog that just jumps at him, and immediately you see it just jumps right onto Gibbs.
Fuck.
You two, Abigail and Benjamin, since you're behind Benson, you see it happen. But Benson, since you're like the closest and you're looking through, you see the shining like color, like the sheen of blood that's just
Jesus.
against the console. And Benson, I want you to make a normal dexterity.
Is there anything nearby that I can pick up, like a weapon, a wrench, a pipe, something I can hit this fucker with?
Okay. I passed the dex check.
And you kind of have enough. You have enough forethought to recognize the sound that's happening as you push away. And rather than slowly closing like it did before, the blast door just falls in front of you and completely cuts you off from the area.
Okay.
All three
I
of
have a
us?
quick question there, GM.
Yes.
Okay.
You all three.
Does the creature look, one, like the thing we saw before that was trying to abduct Benson?
No. The thing you saw before looked like it had a dog head, like the top part of a dog sewed onto like a fish man body. This from your point of view, looked like a dog.
Just like a normal dog, just coming out
Well,
of
not a
midair.
normal dog. It looked hairless of some kind, and I'll say
Dog-like.
you all noticed that it was like brown mottled, if it had hair at all.
I was gonna say, and my next question is, do I recognize it from the security footage?
Nope.
Okay.
So as that blast door falls, I'm just gonna like fall backwards on him, like my hands, or fall back as you do, catch myself a little bit, and just Gibbs is gone. Creature, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck was that?
And I'll let you all three decide which of these do you want to show. This is going to be a hard check. Do each of you want it, like, for you individually, listen or spot hidden? Pick whichever one you want. And
I
give me
think
a hard.
I actually have spot hidden, but I don't for listen, so that's probably the best idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna do spot hidden as well.
I'm gonna do
What if
spot
I
hidden.
used library use? Instead of in that.
What if I
You said
used
it's a hard roll?
What if I used mechanical repair?
What does the Dewey Decimal System have to say about this situation?
You said it's a normal spot hidden?
Yeah, hard.
Oh,
Hard.
well, that's not great.
Yeah, that's not great for me. But I did pass, surprisingly.
I did not.
I rolled a 95.
Oh,
in the
fuck.
fucking way.
Benson, you are freaking out a bit.
Yeah.
You're telling them how you saw him, like, he's gone. You saw him get hurt some way. And as you're, like, trying to tell your colleagues that, you're the one who notices the cracks along the window.
No, we need to get going. We need the window's
Book it.
going to fucking break. We need to go.
Look it.
Yeah, we booked
And
it.
I'd say you guys book it. You hit to the ladder area once again. Had to open up the door, force it open, but you were able to force it closed.
Okay. Game Master, I'm gonna be a major asshole here because I want to see what happens. Technically, I think this is the first time Benson has seen the fish dog, right?
Yep.
That is
What-
not the same fish dog, though.
It's the first time I'm
yeah,
seeing a creature,
Yeah,
That's all. I just didn't. I didn't know if you.
and
wanted
that's
to
why
roll
I'm
a sanity
freaking out
or-
so much.
I didn't know if you wanted to roll a sanity on that or not. I just thought it was funny. I should point out
No.
if this were me, I would have asked the same thing.
Yeah, no.
All right.
No, because it looked enough like a normal dog, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, you're good. All right. I don't know what a dog
Listen.
is doing in the fucking
Listen.
1,000 feet underwater, or 1,000 miles underwater, but okay. Cool.
I mean,
Is
If
that
you as
honestly
a-
the
if-
weirdest thing we've had happen tonight?
fucking
if you
Cujo
as a player, OOC, want to take notice of how weird it is that Benson's been really calm about a lot of the things that have been happening to him,
Oh.
you can.
Ha! Yeah, that's a good point, actually. You know what? Yep. We're just gonna be like... Note. Benson has been really calm.
In fact, if you all want to know how weirdly calm you all are being, despite the fact that all of you have seen some weird shit,
Yeah.
Hmm.
it's like someone asked you guys to be calm, and you're just being calm.
Oh,
You don't
I
know
didn't
what the
think
fuck's
about
going
that.
on.
Oh, shit, I actually didn't think about that. You're right. That's real. That's real.
I even brought it up again.
Yeah, he did
Uh,
first time.
I'm still looking for a weapon as we run. Like, I need something to defend myself with. I need to hit something if shit gets close.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna draw my revolver.
Jesus, where did you get a gun?
I've had it on me the whole time. There's a lot you don't know.
Benson, you're not who you said you are you?
No. I'm going to make this a hard intelligence check for Benson.
Okay.
Okay.
What's a gun?
That's a 17 that passes.
Passes. Okay. I was going to say, you are not stupid enough to carry your revolver anywhere, but I will say that you did grab had enough forethought to grab your revolver when you woke up. Maybe you just thought something weird was going to happen. Maybe you noticed there wasn't a lot of people originally. But before all this happened, you do have your revolver on you. All right, I'll grant you that.
The safety, to be fair, the safety's on.
Okay. If I can't find anything, then I'm going to pull out on my inventory. I have a pocket knife, which I imagine is just like a Swiss Army knife, and I'm gonna pop the blade open and be like, "All right, here we go."
You're at the ladder section now of the top floor. Emergency sections. You all know about them. I said I brought them out, Benjamin, but I'll say you all knew about the little emergency hatches that have like supplies and stuff.
Okay.
And
Right.
there is like some of the big wrenches, monkey wrenches and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, because this little pocket knife ain't gonna do much of fucking shit, so I'm gonna grab a pipe like one of those, like the fucking what is it? The fuck? What's the game? Shit. Yeah, I know y'all know what game I'm thinking of.
Bioshock?
Bioshock. Yeah, like one of those big Bioshock wrenches.
Gotcha.
Just a big wrench. That I probably am too scrawny to wield properly, but I'm gonna get one.
All right, you three, you make it to the ladder, opened it, closed it behind you. Did you close it behind you?
I mean,
Yes.
there's a big dog. Yeah, probably.
You see that the ladder tube is working, but it's not opening when you like press the button. It's in fact the little card holder is lit up red.
Is there any kind of manual override?
It looks like there's a thing to put into it, like a
the card he gave me. Would that activate it?
yeah. Are you gonna look at the card now?
Yeah, look down at the card.
Cool. The card has. You look down at the key card, and it's red. It's got like a red outline.
Okay.
With and a nice little heart symbol in the top right.
Heart symbol?
That's red. When you put the key card in, beep, doors open.
There we go.
Oh, let's go.
Going.
Let's get in.
Yep.
Heading
jumping
down.
in.
I'm assuming you're heading down to the vehicle room, which is the second.
Yep.
Luckily, the ladder section takes you directly to the vehicle room.
And all this time as we're going, I'm just like, creatures exist. What the fuck? I'm like going nuts.
A lot of weird shit in the ocean. Just calm down. We'll get out of here.
Doors open. very small pathway from this to the vehicle room. Just like on the top floor. The doors are all like not automatic. All the power still seems to be an emergency, so it's nothing but red lights. You have to force the doors open. You head to the vehicle, and as you force the vehicle door open, all of you make a normal sanity check.
Oh boy. My sanity has gone down recently.
No, not by much. By like 1 or 2 points, I believe. So it's not much.
Oh, it was. felt
I
like it was
passed.
more than that.
I failed.
Okay, you fail. Take 1 point of sanity away, Chase.
And that's
That's
an
real low.
85. That's bad. Yeah. I got a lot of sanity points off.
You also lose a point of sanity.
Oh boy.
Benson, make a normal intelligence check.
That's gonna be a failure.
When you enter the vehicle room, it's doused in these red lights, red emergency lights. So it's very hard to see a lot of it. But all three of you very clearly see some giant shape along the ceiling. Something's moving.
Oh joy.
Benson is smart enough to not say anything. Both Abigail and Benjamin make a very large gasp sound, and unfortunately, Benson, you aren't quick enough to cover their mouths.
Yeah, I was gonna say I literally just stopped dead in my tracks and try to silence them, but am
Whatever
late on
was
the draw.
moving heard that and stops. It knows something is in this room with it. And that's where we're gonna stop for tonight.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Shit.
God damn it.
Fuck. Shit. I need to figure out a way to get my credit rating into a roll in this game. Before we play. Just one time, I want to roll credit rating for something.
I mean, you guys are getting to the part where things like I can finally start using other things like fighting and electrical repair, and fucking anthropology is going to be coming up. So like,
But what about
yeah.
accounting?
Wait, you mean my archaeology may actually come into
I like
into some use here?
Occult. That occult is a stat you can be good in, but
Yeah.
also Cthulhu Mythos is a stat you can be.
Okay, yeah, you see, I
And
know
there's
enough to
separate
know that
stats.
having a cult is fine.
Yeah.
Having Cthulhu ranks in Cthulhu mythos means bad.
Look, I'm just saying, most people who don't have any points in credit rating have a 0% chance. I have a 30% chance of passing a credit rating check. Someone needs to run my credit
I
during
have a
this game.
20% chance of passing a credit rating check.
Maybe Cthulhu will come down and be like, "We need to check your credit
You
so that you
guys-
can get that house you want."
I heard you applied for an auto loan.
Yeah, we've reached the point now where I can safely tell you guys that a lot of these skills are going to finally start being able to be right. It's not like you needed your jump skill or intimidate before, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You have reached the point now.
Well, you said
Well, you're gonna be
anthropology earlier, and don't worry, I have a 1% in anthropology, so it's gonna go great.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening. Oh wait, before
One-
we start,
What?
well, hang on, don't stop. Did you stop it?
Nope.
Nope. Good. Okay. Good. I can remember. Okay. Notes open real quick before we go away because I almost forgot. I didn't forget this time, folks. All right. Okay. Benson. You found no secret items. You
Sweet.
you didn't. You had a lot of encounters, but you didn't really do anything good for them. But you did get lucky a few times, so you've got 1 lady luck token.
Oh, so that brings my total to 2.
Abigail, you didn't really
Yeah.
have any encounters, didn't really get
Yes.
luck, but you got a secret item from that key card.
Oh, what?
So take 1 investigator token.
Secret item? Remind me what the investigator token does?
It makes it easier to find another secret item when
Oh.
you use it.
Nice.
And Benjamin,
Yes.
you didn't find any secret items. And you didn't have any like encounters, really. But you did get very, very lucky a couple of times. So you've got a Lady Luck token now.
Gotcha.
And that is where we'll actually end it.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Moral Ambiguity. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find all of our social media links at beacons.ai/moralambiguity. If you like the show, feel free to give it a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and any other platform that allows you to do so. If you have a friend that likes Dungeons & Dragons or other TTRPGs, consider sending them the Beacons link. We would greatly appreciate it. See you next time.